Alright, what's going on people? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Aiden and today we're watching Squid Game episode 2. It's been a few days since I reacted to episode 1 of Squid Game, and I have to say the reception to that video was very surprising, honestly. As I sit here, the video is on 9.3k views, and yeah, the reception for people seems to be that they're enjoying me reacting to this show. And yeah, I'm enjoying watching it, so why not? I didn't do as bad with the subtitles as I thought I would do. And I know people mentioned in the comments that I could react to the English dub version of this, but I feel like that might take away some of the charm to it, especially if the voices are desynced from the video. That might be a bit awkward, you know, especially if it's something live action like this. This is the best way to watch it, I'd imagine. It's just getting over the hurdle. It definitely took me a good 15-20 minutes to get into the action of the episode. Obviously the dialogue was quite quick. It was hard to keep up. That's why, you know, these videos are quite difficult to make, because obviously I am watching what's going on, I'm reading what they're saying, and then I'm trying to have a discussion while all that's going on. You know, it's quite hard to juggle all those things. When it's an English speaking show, I can quite easily just listen in the background while I'm speaking. I don't miss anything, but I have to be very attentive when I'm watching these kind of shows. So, a quick recap of last episode, Red Light, Green Light. Our main character, we learned a bit more about him and how he is in debt by a lot of money. I realise I mentioned 160 million won, and that's how much I thought he had in debt. But when I was actually editing it, I noticed that's how much he has already paid. He still has 200 odd mil left to pay off. So it is so much greater amount of debt than I originally thought it was going to be. So it's understandable why he's trying to do all these different things, but he obviously doesn't understand, you know, betting, gambling, isn't a good money maker. Unless you're kind of, you know, skimming off the top, and you know, you've got your hand in the backside of the gambling world. Otherwise, it's pure guesswork. Once in my life, I have done the lottery. I won 10 quid on my first go, and I will never do it again. Net positive. Stay positive, and you know, you're always winning. You're always winning. In a last-ditch effort, he decided he was going to join what we know as, I guess, the Squid Game, the kind of Hunger Games-esque game show, that the winner gets a massive prize of cash. And while we probably all expected it to turn the way it did, very violent, obviously he and the people that went there, or against their will almost, most of them, they did not know how that was going to turn out. Genocide, a bloodbath, whatever you want to call it, that's what that red light, green light game was. I mean, that was where my attention really turned for the show in general. So much blood and gore, like, you know, it really was a gore fest. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the next stage of the game is going to be. This episode is called Hell, and I'm not quite sure what that's referring to. Is that going to be some kind of fire-related game? You're burning in hell. The loser goes to some kind of hell. It also could be like solitary. That could be a form of hell. I know that's kind of what they base it on Lucifer, right? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like rating and subscribe so you can stay up to date with when I upload in the next episode. If you were interested in the full-length reactions to this show, or any other shows and movies that I watch, make sure you check the Patreon link down in the description below. And October is soon arriving. I would like to start reacting to a few horror movies. I am absolutely petrified of the horror. I have a seriously active imagination, so if I watch something, I know I'm not going to be sleeping for the next 2 days. You know, hiding underneath my quilt, just in case the demons get me. So if you've got any decent recommendations for horror movies that I can watch, let me know. I might do one or two. I was thinking like The Conjuring or something like that. I've heard that's pretty scary. And then perhaps something a bit older. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's see where they go with this episode. Last episode went very left field, I think. In a good way, But so much more death than I originally thought. Now, I expected death, but not to that extent. Ah, yes, they've got to deal with all those bodies as well. Yeah, think about that side of it, the actual cleanup process. It's such an interesting soundtrack, isn't it? Like a little choir. No! No, he's still alive! What the fuck? He's gonna burn him alive. You absolute psychopaths. You're fucking crazy. You're absolute crazy. I can't believe that. I actually can't believe they just did that. I can't believe you've done this.
고마워요. 두 사람 덕에 살았어요.
살아서 다행입니다.
Good man, yeah. It's not every man for themselves. But it's going to get that way, I'd imagine. Once it gets round to the last couple games, I'd imagine.
첫 번째 게임을 통과한 참가자 여러분, 진심으로 축하합니다. 첫 번째 게임의 결과를 알려드리겠습니다. (456명) 중에
255 people were eliminated. Jesus Christ. More than half of the people perished from the first game. Just think about that.
동의서 제1항.
It's not going to work this way.
게임을 임의로 중단할 수 없다.
정말 이런 짓을 하고도 무사할 것 같아? 경찰들이 여기
The police aren't going to care. These are probably the higher ups. They're above the police and the government, you know. It's like the purge.
참가자 과반수가 동의를 하면 게임은 중단된다. 맞습니까?
맞습니다.
그럼 투표를 하게 해주시죠.
So not everyone's going to vote. Some people have no reason to go back out. Like the old man. He has no reason to. It's probably the most alive he's felt in a long time. And he will ever feel again. Yeah, how much is that? Because the money is definitely going to change some minds, ain't it? People will do a lot to get their money, whether it's backstab, they cut their own arm off for a bit of cash. Especially all these people who are obviously money obsessed.
참가자 456명, 따라서 총 상금은 456억입니다.
45.6 billion
그럼
won.
지금부터 투표를 시작하겠습니다.
Jesus.
여러분,
There's so much at stake. You can understand why people are going to want to play, aren't they? So, your only chance of ever living the life you want.
서주십시오. 투표는 여러분 가슴에 있는 번호의 역순으로 하겠습니다. 456번 투표해 주십시오.
No, you can't do it. If you move over there and no one else follows you, you're just gonna get eliminated. You need everyone to move over for it to actually be worth it. But then if you're gonna die anyway, why wait a life for the chance of getting cash? It's not actual cash. Wait, actually, didn't they mention that the family, the bereaved family, will receive some compensation? It's 100 million won. If that's the case, then it might be worth the giving of your life anyway.
미친 거 아니야? 다들 이 짓을 계속 하자는 거야 지금?
해야지 그럼. 나가면 뭐가 달라? 어차피 나가도 생 지옥이야 이 씨발.
Weren't you the one on your knees crying a little bit ago? Like, bitch, you changed quickly.
집에 가야죠. 난 어차피 집도 없어. 여기서 희망이라도 있지. 나가면.
But you don't. You're going to be the next one to die. If you failed your whole life outside there, why is it going to change in here?
이제 마지막 투표자입니다. 1번.
No, player one. Of course it's the old man. Of course it's the old man.
의사가 그러는데 내 머릿속에 혹이 생겼대. 뇌종양.
Yeah. Like I said, he has no reason to. He's dead at either way, isn't he? So at least have a bit of fun while you're in here. I suppose either way, whatever way you press, you're going to doom people. Good man. But I mean, how are they actually going to react to that? So now you need to get the majority back on the side of... Okay. Oh, they're actually going to drop people off again. That is surprising, honestly. That really is.
내가 절대 돈 달라는 얘기 안 할게.
어떻게 믿어?
내가 우리 엄마 걸고 맹세한다. 빨리 풀어.
I suppose does that mean anything, really? I mean, it is wrong to leave him tied up there, but...
너 이리 와. 내돈 내놔.
See, he really changed. He changed that quickly. Even before he's completely untied. You absolute loser. That's all your mother means to you, yeah. That's a bargaining chip. But we know that. We already know that. He was willing to steal her money from her card. I changed my mind. Should have left him tied up. Ah, yeah, because he's gone missing, hasn't he? I mean, are you even allowed to respond to it? And what do you even say, if that's the case, right? Help me, these people in red jumpsuits kidnapped me and put me in this weird torture game. But let us all go because of democracy. I don't know if they're going to believe that.
돈 없어요. 걸어가요.
여기서 안산까지 걸어서?
I'm guessing that's a long distance then. So I don't really know much about South Korea. I don't know any areas, never been, I don't know if I will, but it's bowing to him.
잘 이해 못하시는 것 같은데요.
선생님, 그러니까 이상한 사람들이 모르는 사람들 수백 명을
Exactly what I thought they were going to think. It sounds absolutely crazy. The kids game, right? The kids game.
이게 게임을 하던 사람들끼리 투표를 해가.
Exactly. Kidnappers don't accept democracy, do they?
나가고 싶어요 했더니 살인자들이 그래요 나가세요라고 했다.
예.
It's not believable, is it? It's so far-fetched that they're free of consequence.
보면은 누가 갑자기 게임을 하면 수백억을 준다고 해서 따라갔더니 무궁화꽃이 피었습니다를 시키고 그래서 걸리면 막 쏴 죽이더라. 그런데 선생님은 나오고 싶다고 해서 나오게 됐고 그 사람들 얼굴도 모르고 거기가 어딘지도 모른다. 이거 맞죠?
It really does not sound great. Yeah, I think he's actually mentally unstable. What?
너 뭐 하는 분이신데 아침부터 전화로 개소리세요?
Nonsense. Freaking pervert. I guess it sounded quite sexual, I guess. I suppose, I mean, they could have stole the number, could have stole someone's phone, could have kidnapped that person. That could have been a real person actually part of the whole situation, you know? The program. What's his mother going to think about that? Probably just going to think he went off on a gambling binge, right?
엄마!
Wait, don't tell me something bad's happened to her. Have they kidnapped him? Kidnapped her, sorry. No, they can't. Well, no, of course they'll do that. Why wouldn't they do that?
서울대 경영학과 수석 입학 조상우가 뭐가 걱정이야? 다시 벌면 되지. 엄마한테 가서 다 말씀드리고 새로 시작해.
다시 벌어. 60억을?
6 billion won. Jesus Christ, that's a lot of moolah.
주식은 그렇게 크지 않고 선물을 했어.
선물?
He was talking about the futures I think he's talking about. I mean, it's very risky, right? You know, 5 times, 10 times your money. I know futures is quite big on cryptocurrency, ain't it? That's where sometimes it go up to like 1,000% increase.
이 정도면 통증이 심했을 텐데 모르셨어요?
치료만 하면 되는 거죠?
최악의 경우엔 수술로 발을 절단해야 될 수도 있어.
Amputate, fuck. So a bunch of blisters and stuff on her feet that she left untreated. Because they don't have any money to really get any medical help. I don't know what your medical system is like there, but...
그거하고 보험 있잖아, 보험.
뭐라고? 보험? 네 기억 안 나나?
Cancel all that. Shit. You really just fucked her. She's literally going to kill her. With his greediness. He has to go back, right? He has to go back to the game. There's no other option. He needs to get some money for her. Even in the event of his death, she's still going to make some money from it. She's doing the right thing.
쌍문동 사는
성기훈이요. 쌍문동 사는 성기훈.
맞다. 성기훈. 아는 사람 맞아?
예, 맞는 것 같아요.
I mean, surely that's got to be a breach of privacy just to give away that information to a random person that comes in asking for it. There's no way that'd be allowed here. Surely.
나 이제 고향 갈 거예요. 제발요, 돈 주세요.
야, 이 밖에 있는 애들한테 물어봐. 걔들은 월급 받았는가? 수금이 돼야 돈을 주지, 이 새끼야.
Yeah, someone like this shouldn't be allowed to run a business if you can't pay your employees. That should be a minimum. Wait, it was literally a bag of money you just took. It'd crack him over the head.
돈 주세요. 사장님, 제발 돈 주세요.
일만 이 개새끼야, 확. 나한테
He needs a crowbar to the head.
여기 돈 있잖아. 내 돈 줘. 나이 새끼야. 내 돈 줘.
Oh, fuck. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Take the money and fucking run. Take the money and run. Ah, you little bitch. That's what you get for being a cunt.
그래서 얼만데?
How much it's gonna be?
4천 이상은 있어요.
40 million. Yeah, okay. So she did escape, and she gets caught as a North Korean. She gets sent back then. Fuck.
전번에도 네 말만 믿고 돈을 보냈어.
Jesus. Yeah, this person's just trying to scam her. Yeah, you can't be letting people like him push you around because they think you're weak, you know. It's just ripped out his pocket as well. She's very good at it. Very good at it.
너 올 때 뭐 사오지 말어. 응? 엄마는 아무것도 필요 없어. 알았지?
알았어.
그래. 끼니 거르지 말고 옷 따뜻하게 입고 다녀.
Is that her way of actually asking for him to bring something over? Oh no, please, don't bring anything over, don't trouble yourself, but you're actually expecting something, I don't know. I mean, the reality is he really should just go speak to her. I'm sure she would accept him as a man that tried, perhaps, but...
혹시 조상우 씨 어머니 되십니까?
No.
조상우 씨께서 횡령과
A warrant out for his arrest. Forgery, embezzlement, crimes, financial fraud. Jesus Christ. Shit. Things are going to go mad for him now. That's why he seems very secretive, right? That's why he wanted to continue playing the game, because he didn't want to return to his reality. His reality is fucked, there's no getting away from that. Not only is he 6 billion in debt, he's also wanted for actual crimes. So the people back. Trying to take him with him. Yeah, I thought so. Giving him a way out again. Knowing that he's going to make the call. Okay. Same as previous. June 23rd.
야, 우리 엄마 병원에서 당장 수술하라 하는데 나 정말
자기야, 이제 그만 들어오지.
들어갈게.
아, 당장 들어오라고. 담배 끄고.
Put that. Jesus, she's not a happy bunny, is she? He really needs his escape right now. It's all crumbling down on him as well. Again, he's still got 260 million left to actually pay in debt. So he's just taking more debts on all the time.
자네
It's the old man. It's the old man.
우리가 인연이 있나 보네.
They're both looking for a way to get back.
여기 괜찮으세요? 술 드셔도 돼요?
괜찮아.
I mean, if you've got a brain tumour, what's a shot of vodka or whatever it is going to do? So, dried ramen. Is that really... It's not the greatest meal to be having, but I guess... It's not that different than having crisps, right? Just a bit crunchy.
거기를요?
어차피 얼마 못 살 텐데 이렇게 죽을 날만 기다리다가.
Yeah, that's a horrible side of life, right? You know you're going to die, it's just a matter of time. You're sitting around feeling sorry for yourself, doing nothing.
그 사람들 말이 다 맞더라고. 여기가 더
Torture's worst, yeah. At least in there that you're going to get shot. Killed instantly. But you can't quite see that. We saw someone being buried alive or burnt alive, so right at the beginning of this episode. Ah, so he's a crime boss. So I wonder what he does then.
차 가져왔지?
예, 이쪽에.
Wait, I wonder if these are the guys that were hired to help the North Korean girl get her parents across. That's why they've got a beef.
필리핀 전기빵 하는 애들이 네가 빌린 돈 대신에 네 간, 콩팥, 눈깔로 받아간다고 지금 여기까지 왔잖아.
Shit. Literally set up by his friend, right? He stabbed him, yeah. Ah, you little cunt. Yes.
웰컴 투 코리아! 웰컴! I can't Come on! 와봐 이
He should jump off the side of the bridge. Yeah. More just to survive in the river.
부탁 좀 하자. 우리 엄마가 그래도 너한테는 잘해줬잖아. 내가 오죽하면 너한테까지 왔겠니? 그럼 그 사람한테 좀
미쳤어?
Yeah, ask your new husband to pay off the help pay for your ex-husband's mum. That's not going to go down well, but I mean, what you have to do it. You have to do it. You've literally got no other options.
제가 꼭 갚겠습니다.
안 갚으셔도 됩니다. 대신 우리 가족 앞에 다시
Stop trying to contact our family. Jesus, that's a big ask.
이제 미국으로 떠나야 되는데 자꾸 이런 식으로 부스 나타나시.
Fuck. You can't be asking that kind of shit. The worst timing ever. Worst timing. Of course she'd show up right after the punch. His life is crumbling right in front of our very eyes. And here it is. So we're all just waiting to be picked up again. It's their best option of a real life. Starting all over again. We've got all of our main characters heading back. This is well shot as well. Kind of swapping between the characters, and they're all completely deadpan face and emotions, you know. It's so interesting. This show is so interesting. Who's that following behind? Ah, it's the policeman who has lost his friend. I mean, surely they know they're being followed, so... Oh wow, she blocked it away. She blocked her mouth with cloth to not be knocked out, and pretended. That's interesting. I wonder what she's planning then. Is she going to attack them? At least it will see how to get there, and I guess how to get away, perhaps. I don't know. And there we have it. Season 1, Episode 2 of Squid Game. And I really did enjoy this. The show is getting better and better, I think. Obviously, we didn't get to see the continuation of the games, but I feel like this was a much needed episode to build on the characters that or like the main characters that we're seeing. And I think they did a good job of covering each character and providing some context of why they are there and what's bringing them back. The episode is called Hell, and I guess we see why. They are all living in their own versions of hell, right? It's like this recurring issues of no money, people not liking them, disappointments, and it's a painful existence outside of the game. The game is the one refreshing thing that's happened to them in recent time. And as we saw, they all got back into the van eventually. At the beginning of the episode, they allowed the contestants to vote to see whether to stay in or leave. And apparently they believe in democracy, which is quite strange, really. Strange how they are fine with murdering, genocide for entertainment, but any kind of disruption to democracy, and they're completely against that, of course. But like I said in the middle of the reaction, I suppose they've gone about it in a perfect way. of conducting these games. It's so unbelievable that it sounds, like fiction, made up fairy tales from a kid. Like when the main character was talking to the police officers, and he said, let me get this straight. First of all, you went to play a children's game, red light, green light. You were semi-kidnapped, drugged, and taken to this place that you don't know, and you were forced to play it in this game. And the people that broke the rules were murdered, eliminated, but shot dead. And then, once you all decided you didn't want to be there anymore, they just let you leave and dropped you off back into your hometown or wherever. It's so far-fetched. Why would anyone believe that was real? It's understandable why the police acted the way they did. He sounded like a crazy hobo. Like they referred to him as, didn't they? But of course, as we know, he is very sane. Very much sane with what he's saying. That's what I mean, it's perfect. They've gone about it perfect way. They're just not going to be caught. And to have access to that kind of money, it must be run by someone who is very, very powerful. We don't know who yet. We do know that the showrunner, the one wearing that Handsome Jack kind of chiseled mask, is at least English speaking. I think it's an American accent. It's possibly sponsored by someone. It's interesting. So I do wonder if there's going to be some kind of big reveal of who is running those games. But yeah, each of the main characters had their issues in this episode. Yeah, the main guy found out his mother was having issues while he was gone. And apparently she has diabetes and issues with her feet. And it's going to cost a lot of money to get that fixed up. They can't rely on insurance because he decided to close that down and use any of their funds for his personal gain. He probably gambled them away trying to make money for his debt, I'd imagine. So his mum is on the last ropes with him. He went to go ask for money from, I guess, his ex-wife, and that didn't go down smoothly. Eventually he was given some money by the new daddy, but it had the conditions of never seeing the family again, your daughter again. And obviously he didn't accept that and he disposed of that cash. So yeah, I said last episode, I just don't know what the right answer is for him for that situation. He's going to abandon your family just because some other man says so. Fuck that, I don't know. You've got the Indian guy who saved the main character, who he is very much strapped for cash as well. I mean, they all are, aren't they? So he had a bit of a tussle with his boss, and that led to a series of unfortunate events for him. So yeah, he's just trying to give his family a good life. And I'm guessing him getting into debt is because of his boss not paying employees and expecting them to work. And he's just running around with cash in a little baggie. What an absolute cunt. No sympathy for people like that. North Korean girl trying to get her parents into South Korea, and that's not going all that well. She was scammed out of 40 million. She needs to figure out how to get some money, help her little brother, help her parents out of that horrible situation. I mean, let's be real. If they're found out in North Korea to have been trying to escape, I'd imagine they're probably just going to get slaughtered, right? So there's a good chance that they're not even there anymore. got the snake tattoo guy who apparently his jet came from gambling in a casino in the Philippines, and the mobsters came for their revenge. He managed to escape off the side of a bridge after murdering someone he considered to be a friend, or at least colleague. I don't know if gangsters have colleagues. And then there's the childhood friend with glasses. He was just sitting there in the bath, wasn't he? With all his clothes on. I wonder if he was going to kill himself there. I saw he had the burner on. The little stove there, with food burning on it. That could have gone very well if the door hadn't knocked at that precise moment, I think. As we found out, he owes 6 billion. 6 billion won. And he is wanted for financial fraud. Like, Jesus, his life is fucked right now, isn't it? There's no coming back from that amount of debt. Like he said, he was betting on futures. So I imagine he put everything he owed onto a unbelievable future that's promising like 1,000 times, 1,000 extra money, and then he fucked up, and now he's owing 1,000 times of what he put in. So people do that sort of stuff every single day, don't they? So people think they're the main characters of the story, and nothing bad can happen to them, so they're gonna risk everything. Obviously that's not the case, and most likely going to lose out. And then we have the old man, and like discussed, he has no reason to be at home. You know, he's just sitting around waiting to die. It's a guarantee that he is going to die. So why sit around pitying, feeling sorry for yourself when you can have this brand new experience? You know, your heart's racing, running through those minefields of games. Your life is on the line there. You can potentially earn money, but for him, it isn't about the money, it's about feeling alive, and he really does feel alive there. So he's definitely, yeah, got to respect his mindset with it, to be honest, I think. It's interesting. Really enjoying this show so far, and I found this episode actually quite easy with the subtitles, so I think I'm definitely getting used to it. But yes, if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you leave a like rating and subscribe to stay up to date with what I upload next. The next episode to Squid Game will probably be out in a few days, so keep an eye out for that. And comment down below what you thought about this episode. Okay. See you later.